Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at each life path number's forecast for December 2023. So we are inching quite quickly towards the new year of 2024. And so I do have those forecasts up on my YouTube channel and my podcast for each life path number. If you haven't checked yours out, be sure to do so. This is also a great time to take a look at your own personal numerology in a year ahead forecast or your diamond report. If you'd like to take a look at that or dive a little bit deeper, then book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Life path number 5. So you all are going to be working with the energy of the 6th in December, and you're also going to be working with shark energy. So what's interesting with this is immediately when I think of shark, there's this vibration or this energy of sort of being misunderstood. Like I would say sharks are probably one of the most misunderstood beings on this planet. And so because of that, they face a lot of trials and tribulations just to survive. And so it's interesting because I do think that there may be some things coming in for you this month where, that feeling of being misunderstood, that feeling of people not even wanting to or trying to understand you or your perspective or where it is that you're coming from, can kind of bubble to the surface and kind of come to a head this month, where you may need to have those deeper, more honest conversations with people, especially because you're also working with the 6 energy, especially with people that you feel close to, that are close to your heart, right? So family, friends, even your close-knit community, whatever that may be for you, there may be sort of a deeper conversation that needs to be had that can bring some kind of deeper understanding, right? That's just finding common ground. It doesn't mean necessarily that, they have to agree with you or take your stance or whatever the case may be. It just means that if the misunderstandings are creating some kind of a dynamic that's creating divide or separation or, just frustration, then that deeper conversation probably needs to be had. But, it's not uncommon for 5s, people who have a life path of 5, to feel misunderstood, because it really is, it's sort of like Aquarian energy in a lot of ways, where it is unconventional, it's evolutionary, it's progressive, it's sort of that unmeasured genius, right? That people don't always understand. And so it can be this energy that's sort of ahead of the curve and people are sort of catching up to it, right? So it's not uncommon for 5s to feel misunderstood. So I do think with shark energy and with the 6 energy coming in, I just think that there's going to be opportunities for you to have those honest, deep conversations with people to just infuse the situation with honesty and love and acceptance and compassion and grace, right? Grace for understanding that, your ideas might be ahead of the curve and it's okay. But with that, just know that it can take people time to catch up to it, to understand it, right? To see the value in it. So, because that's the thing with sharks, right? It's like people villainize sharks and don't see the value in them. And there's a tremendous amount of value with sharks. So I do think that there's something here for you all about that. And also how you handle the situation. I think that ultimately is going to be key. How are you going to handle the situation? Because we can certainly do it in a way that is more aggressive or divisive, or we can do it in a way where, there's understanding, grace, and compassion for all involved, including self. So I definitely think there's going to potentially be some things that can come up in that way. And seeing things from a higher perspective, right? And approaching it from a higher perspective and sort of a higher level of consciousness, and not in a let me just block this person, or, never speak to this person again because they disagree with me or they don't understand me. It's more about, okay, what can we do to get there? What can we do to find that common ground? And it doesn't have to be just about being misunderstood. It can be about, just where there's separation or divisiveness, or polarization around something significant within your life. And I think that it's going to require you to be the bigger person and initiate those conversations, because, people don't know what they don't know. And so they're just going to be going off from their own experiences and their own lens. So sometimes it takes us sort of initiating those conversations to sort of insert a different point of view, a different perspective. What others choose to do with that is up to them. But in this situation, whatever this situation is for you, it may take you stepping up to the plate and being the one to present whatever it is that needs to be discussed, right? And sort of initiate that and help people to see the value in sharks, right? Like the value that you hold and your contribution and all those things. And it's not proving something to someone. It's simply showing up in a way that is confident in what it is you're bringing to the table. So there's a lot that kind of goes into this. And I know that my explanation is sort of, or my description is sort of vague, but that's just because it can go, with relationships or career or creative projects or belief systems type thing. But there's definitely something here about potentially something being polarizing or misunderstood, where a deep, heartfelt, honest conversation can help to alleviate some of that divisiveness. But I think it's going to take you sort of being the one who has to initiate or put in the effort. So I guess it comes back to like, how much do you want to be how much do you want to be understood? How much do you want to bring some kind of balance into this dynamic, whatever this dynamic is for you? So interesting energies for December for you all. But yeah, it has the potential to sort of help you to feel understood, as well as bring some clarity and cohesiveness to a situation, whatever that may be. So I hope it's a great December. Take care. Bye for now.